Hello and welcome to the Jayco 295 BHS. Right up front, we have the light, just in case you need to hook up at night. You have your retract and extend for your jack. Right behind this little black tab here, if you lift this up, there will be a manual override option right behind here, just in case this ever electrically goes out. Come into your propane tanks. This little flip here shows which tank is going to be reading from and taking the gas from. So of course it's pointing this way. If you want to start here, go ahead, flip it the other way, and then it'll start taking the propane from this tank. Coming up to your sewer system, this is going to be your black tank flush. I'll get to this in just a moment. You have your shower, hot and cold side, along with the shower head. If you go to a campground, this is where you're going to put your hose up to. This is going to feed water through your systems. I would recommend getting a water pressure regulator because campgrounds are pushing for a lot of people. So I would just recommend having that so it doesn't blow out your lines. Here's your sewer system. You have your gray tank and your black tank pull. So all you got to do is pull that, and then this opens a little slide which allows the black tank to come through. What I do recommend is doing the black tank first, and then going up to the black tank flush, putting a pressurized hose into this, turning on a sprinkler inside the black tank, which helps clear out toilet paper and extra things that are stuck inside the walls. And then going ahead and doing the gray tank, just because that's going to be your cleanest water, so when you do go to put your hands on it, it'll be partially washed. You have your low point drains up top here, both the hot and cold side. If you put a TV outside, you have your cable TV and satellite input right here. This trailer is backup camera ready, so if you do end up buying a backup camera, go ahead and unscrew that plate, pop it off, plug in your backup camera, and then you will need to put your front, it's basically a tablet, into your cigarette lighter, and then turn on your running lights, and then you'll be good to go. Coming down to your shower power here, your water heater. Open this up, you have this little tab here. This is going to be a 1 1/16 socket. If you do want to tighten this down all the way, all you do is put it right here, twist it on, get that nice and tight, and then go ahead and turn on the hot side of your faucet. It'll sputter for a little bit, but that's just going to be the air coming out of this entire system. Once the air is out, you'll have a steady flow of water. Once that is on, go ahead and turn on the water heater switch inside, which I'll show you. And then this will start to heat up for the water. Since the water does get stagnant, to release this, all you do is pull this tab. You hear it hiss out, that's all the pressure dying. That makes this not turn into a projectile. So it's highly recommended that you pull this first. You hear it hiss out, take off the nozzle or the little cap, water will start pouring out of there, and make it go faster. Just make sure your pressure release is up. Coming along the side here, you have your outside kitchen. You have your fridge here, and then your sink as well. This is going to be a furnace exhaust, so this does get very hot. So if you have any little kids, make sure to let them know, do not touch this. This is going to be your fresh tank. So if you're taking water with you, let's say you're going out to the middle of nowhere, you want to fill this up. It's just going to be a gravity fill. Go ahead, fill this up, take it with you, and then once this is full and you want that water through your system, you're going to turn on the water pump switch, which I'll show you inside. But then that'll push this water through your system. If you get done with the vacation, you still have water left, you have a little low point drain right here. Go ahead and twist that nozzle and it'll start draining your fresh water. Once again, TV mount bracket, cable TV satellite antenna for that TV, along with 110 outlets. For your stairs, make sure your door is completely open. Otherwise, this piece will end up scraping here. Once that's completely open, go ahead and grab and pull up. Make sure to watch, just in case. Once it's up, go ahead and just pull this. Make sure that little white thing is behind the door. To take it out, Go ahead, pull the blue, grab the handle, and then you're good to go. There will be a little black tab on the top right of your awning. What that does is that if you pop that tab off, that'll be another manual override just in case your awning does ever electrically go out and you need to reel it back in. Pop that little tab off and then you're good to go. For your stabilizer jacks, you have this. For your lugs, you have this. Coming inside of your camper here, you have all your switches. So this water pump is what you're going to want to turn on when your fresh tank is filled. This will pump water through your system. You have both gas and electric element to your water heater. So once you have a steady flow of water coming out that hot side of the faucet, go ahead and turn one of these on. If you want the most heat you can get, go ahead and turn both. This is a reader right here. It reads the percentage of everything. So your battery, which is full, fresh tank, everything goes by thirds. So you have 1/3, 2/3, and full. But you do your fresh, black, and gray. This is going to be your outside light, awning, and inside, it's going to be your main. Your awning in and out. I'm going to move the slide in just a tad, just so you know what it sounds like when it's fully extended. When you hear that noise, that means you're fully extended. Going down here, this is your carbon monoxide detector. So this is always going to stay on as a safety feature unless your battery is disconnected. So no matter what you do, this will always stay on. So if you're going to leave your camper for about 3 to 4 days with no use, go ahead and take the negative end off of your battery, then this will stop running. Coming over to the sink here, the black keys are going to be for your doors, and the silver ones are going to be for the baggage doors outside. For your stove, go ahead, turn it on, click, turn for gas to start coming out, and then you click to the right to ignite. If you turn to the left, this will break off. So twist, turn, spark. Same goes for all three of these. For your oven, turn to the pilot symbol. You'll see a tiny little flame start to ignite in the back. Once you see that, go ahead and turn to your desired temperature. Underneath here, you have your breakers and fuses. Everything's going to be labeled just like a house. I would recommend bringing extra fuses just in case. You'd rather be safe than sorry. For the fridge, everything's going to be on top here. You just hold it, turn on. 5 is going to be the coldest it can get, and then the 1 is going to be technically the warmest out of the bunch. This indicates which side of the fridge it's going to, so the black portion is going to be the highlighted section. So that's the fridge, that's going to be the freezer. And then if you hold this will be like a night mode. So basically it just makes it beep quieter. So again, hold, it'll turn off. For most of these lights, you have little buttons on them to section them off. So if you want, let's say the main room off, or the kitchen off, you can still have those on while having these off. If your kids need to sleep, you can section it off and then have your side still going. Coming into your bathroom, it's going to be a foot flush. I do highly recommend having toilet bowl solution along with RV grade toilet paper. The toilet paper will help break down easier so it won't end up clogging your systems, and the solution will help break down solids and smells. For your controls here, you just tap to turn on the fan first, then cool along with furnace off, and then you control your temperature through the high and low section on the right. Coming to your table here, all you gotta do is lift up, make sure it disconnects from both sides here. Once your table's out, go ahead and lean it on something else. Take these poles, and I would just recommend putting them somewhere where they won't roll around as much, or somewhere where they're contained. Once those are gone, go ahead, lift up all your cushions, take your table, slide it into these little cleats here. It'll just be the best for traveling, because if it's up like this, it'll start wobbling, and then eventually your poles will end up warping, and it's just not a good sight. For your couch, all you gotta do is come underneath, pick up, and it's open. To put it back, you lift up, kind of give it a little bit of pressure in while you're lifting up, and it'll slowly slide back in. Coming to your radio, click to turn on. You have your zone 1, which is going to be inside, zone 2, which is going to be outside, and you can alternate between those, or you can just click up top once to mute both. You have your Bluetooth, AM, FM radio, and then your aux. To turn off, all you do is hold, it'll say standby, and then it'll turn off. Storage underneath your bed. All you gotta do is lift up the wooden part, TV mount and bracket, and then to switch between cable and satellite channels, there's a little button right back here.